Today let's look at type conversion in expressions. Type conversion in expressions. Now in C++, we can do something called typecasting, right? So here I'm going to explain what is a typecasting. When we say typecasting, it means that we can convert an expression to be of a particular data type, right? So typecasting basically means we can convert an expression to be of a specific data type. Now, when do we need this typecasting? Now here let's see. When variables of one type are mixed with variables of another type, right? Then a type conversion will occur. And there may be some loss of data, right? Now the typecasting rule, it states that the value of the right side, that is the expression side, right, of the assignment is converted to the type of the left side. Left side is the target variable, right? So if you have an expression like this, A is equal to B plus C, right? This is your target variable, left hand side, and this B plus C is the expression side, right? Okay, now let's look at the syntax for the typecasting. It's like this. The data type should be given here, and then the expression, that is the right hand side expression, will come, right? So this data type should be a valid C++ data type. So something like this, you see, int is a data type, and here I say B plus C, right? This is basically a typecasting. Now let's look at a small code here. Supposing you have this int a comma b, right? And let's say a is assigned the value 100 and b is assigned the value 7, right? And I take one more variable, double c. Then I write c is equal to a divided by b. Now, what will be the probable outcome of this coding? Now, when we do a by b, a and b both are integers, right? So, if I do a by b, that is 100 divided by 7, right? If we do this, then we get this. After this, we have a decimal, right? Okay. So this is something like this. 2 sevens are 14 here, fine. And then you have 6 again, so it goes on, fine. Now the actual answer for this is 14.28, right? But this expression a divided by b, this is basically an integer, both are integers. So it will not take this decimal part, fine. It will store this 14 to the variable c. So c will get the value 14 only, right? Now, so here the loss of this data is there. Now, if loss of this decimal basically. Now, if I want to store this whole thing into C. C is a double variable, so it can hold decimals, but since you are putting an integer expression which consists of both integers, it will not take this, right? Now, this expression A by B, this can be typecasted converted into a double, right? Now, if we do that, see, look at this statement. C is equal to, I write like this, double, and then I write A by B like this. Now, this particular expression, this is evaluated to be of a double data type, right? Okay. So if we do this, in that case, the whole 14.28 will get stored in this C. I'm taking only two decimals here. So it can store, double has a capacity, it can store more decimals, right? So this expression is now evaluated as data type double, right? Okay. Now remember this, typecasting can be done only on the right hand side of the assignment statement. Okay. You can't do it on the left hand side, right? So this is basically what is typecasting. Now I'll show you some more examples to make the concept clear. Let's take this code here, int a comma b. I take something like this, float variable, and then another float variable, res. Then let's take a double variable, b. Fine. Okay. Now let's write this. Res is equal to a by b plus c divided by d minus c plus a, right? Now here you see a by b, this is, both are integers, so the fractional part will be lost. C by d, this is float and double here, so that is not a problem, but a by b here, this basically here the decimal part is, fractional part is lost, fine. And here again you have c plus a, this is a float plus a integer variable. Now we are storing it in a float data type. Res is of type float. Now instead of writing like this, if I want to convert this whole expression into a float, right? Okay. So if we want to convert this expression to float explicitly, right? Then how will we do it? Res is equal to, we'll write float here, this is the type conversion, right? And then this whole expression is coming inside this brackets, right? Like this, right? Sorry, the semicolon at the end there. Fine. One more example I'll show. If we have something like this, in sum, and then you have float num. Suppose I write like this, num is equal to sum plus 10.56, right? Now this sum is an integer, to that we are adding this float variable, right? Now we can write like this, num is equal to float sum, right? So this means this integer data type, that is sum, is now converted to a float, right? And then with this you can add this 10.56 and whatever is the result, that gets stored in num, which is again of the type float, right? So this is what is typecasting. Typecasting is at times very important and very useful when you are having different data types and you don't want to lose any kind of information because of the mixing of the data types, right? So with that, I come to the end of this session. on operators and expressions by.